crazy at this thing called love. Just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa. Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa. Pa-pa-pa-da. Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa. 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 We got something.
Good morning and welcome to Tune Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. TGIF, thank God it's Friday, August the 4th, 2023. Now I got my new lights, you can see, so excuse the little glitches because I'm just trying it out. So please bear with me. I'm trying to bring it over all up to you. Let me bring in my correspondent from Liberia, Mrs. Samuel Wicker. Let's talk and see what's happening back home in Liberia. Sam, how you doing, my brother? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Good morning.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Kind of beautiful light.
All right, thank you. I'm glad you like it, man.
Yeah, I like the light.
I've been working on it all yesterday. I just got to get it right, So maybe by next week, I'll have everything correct. When you get these things, you got to work on them. But so far, things look good, kind of good, yeah. Right, that's kind of far, yeah? But I'm getting to it. Okay, brother. So, what's happening this morning?
Well, government lawyers, the prosecutors, they want to change of venue in Oscar's case. They cited a high level of sentiments from the public or jurors being tampered with and intense media coverage that led to them seeking the change of venue, but the new county to take a case has not been named.
So has the court agreed on it already? Because I tried to look in for the newspaper this morning. There's no news up, so that means people are still trying to gather news for this morning.
I think the second week in August the August term of course should resume.
So,
Yeah,
but
so
what did the judge say about the request? Did he grant it?
they are looking into it now. They are looking to it. They are studying it. If it's feasible that they change venue, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And then most of government officials from the southeast they go by way of Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, to get to the southeast.
Yeah. So we have no direct route going from Monrovia to the southeast.
For now, no.
So
It's
George
just impossible.
got to go campaign in his county. How he's going to go there?
He gonna go by way of Ivory Coast. Coming went by way of Ivory Coast and Bubba Chima and other guys. So we are gonna go by the same route.
That's so sad.
Yeah, so sad for the country, man. They call bad road medicine. So I just don't understand Liberian people. What the road that he's constructing? Yeah, ignorance in this country is taking this country backward.
I don't see how we can ever change our country, how our country can ever grow when the people will depend on to grow our country have no knowledge, are short-sighted, have no vision. Forget about the stealing. Don't forget about the stealing. All Liberian people have been stealing. All Liberian people are rogues. All our government officials have been stealing. But what hurts us is the mediocrity in government, in leadership. The people that are dumb, they are ignorant, they are short-sighted. Forget about them stealing. I ain't worried about the stealing part. The stealing part.
Short-term vision.
Yes. They're short-sighted. So with what kind of people leading us, our hopes for survival are minimal. I'm trying to get all these lights correct, man. So I gotta try it out. I've been trying it out, but when you're on the show, it's different.
It's different, yeah.
So, but anyway,
But it isn't bad. It's okay. It isn't bad from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I got one of these little lights that give it the colors change.
Okay.
And sometimes the green screen, I have a green screen behind me that will bring all these things out. The green screen, when you got a green screen behind you and you got a camera showing on it, there's a program here that can move the background.
Mm-hmm.
So green screen behind me, when you see it, you see the graphics that I put before the green screen. So you can't see it. So that's how it works. Now, if I move the green screen, you see all the back of my. Or if I move the thing program, you see all the. But anyway, but Sam, this is what hurting our country. Because I've been thinking there is no way our country can grow, man. From Tokma time, we have been dealing with mediocrity. We have been dealing with ignorance. We have been dealing with backwardness. From that time. But Tokma was educated. Despite the fact that he only stopped in the 8th grade, 8th grade those days were compared to high school graduates here now. So Tokma wasn't that bad off as compared to these guys today. And Tokma had the people around him. But this is the same thing we are suffering today. When ignorant people think they can come to power and just put people around them and they will succeed. It can't happen. Maybe it happened during Tokma time, but this is a different era. It can't happen today. The world is too advanced. There are too many things going on. The world is too complex to have idiots running our country. Because even with the stealing and all of that, when you don't have vision, you see Tottenham didn't have vision. Tottenham could envision a better country where you could and in those days, our country was so divided that some people were glad to have Tottenham there because he could control the indigenous people. And besides that, he kept the country peaceful. Okay? And people in Monrovia, by that time, Liberia wasn't expanded where you got all the counties now and people going to the counties, people building in the counties. Liberia wasn't that like that on the Tottenham time. Most of the places, the places when you talk about development in Liberia, it stopped to Tottenham Farm. The rest of the places were in the hinterland. When you pass Tottenham Farm, you're going in the hinterland. It was only during Turbo time, Turbo really started opening Liberia, and people started moving out, going to different places. Like in my high school days, we traveled all over Basso, Nima, Lofa. We're exploring. We're a different breed of Liberian people then. But on the Turbo time, we're coming out of wars. We're coming out of travel wars and all the Liberians didn't want to go in the hinterland that much. People wanted to Monrovia. People were building Monrovia, focusing on Monrovia. They want our country that people who live there are government people who were sent there to work. But now Liberia is different. We have a totally different society, man. Liberians are moving about and living in different parts of our country like never before. And that's why we cannot have the kind of leadership we got today. This leadership is hampering growth and development in our country. Not because it is stealing. George Weah then stealing and backwards they did because they are short-sighted. They are ignorant. They are dumb. Their vision for Liberia goes so far and no more. When you got Liberian leaders going to a foreign country to go to a county, that's a problem. The president of our country got to go through Ireland before he can come back. Why am I getting feedback, Sam?
Yeah, but the camera, I lost the camera. I tried to get back online. I lost the camera.
Okay, when you get back on, I'll come back on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is not right, man. It's not in our best interest. When the president of our nation has our nation so backwards, there are no roads, even to his own county, to the place he's living. He can't get to his place by road. He got to go through another country to come into his county. This is not because of stealing. This is because George Weah them are short-sighted, they are dumb, and they are ignorant. And there's no magic we can perform for these people. It's the Liberian people that put these people there. We got to get them out. You put them there. If the way Liberia is today and you think that progress and advancement, then you got to live like that. But some of us can't come home to that kind of condition. We've been too depressed for too long. Our whole society depressed, man. We're living in exile. We're looking at our country when we should be there, helping our people build our country, change the lives of our people, make it better and good. You got these ignoramuses then preventing people from coming home. Want to stay in power. People can't even speak English. People can't even read and write. Zaza Kawa and all those kind of people. Those are the people who saved Liberia. My people, we're in trouble. We are telling you this thing over and over and over. We are in serious trouble. Our country can't survive. If we don't have real patriots in our country is dead. Liberia is dead. And I'm sorry for those people who thinking about going. Hold on, let me just. I'm sorry for those people who always talk about going home. Oh, we'll go home. We're going home. We're going to do this. We'll go. You can't do nothing in that country. You can't do nothing in that country. So if we think that, oh Lord, sorry. If we think that the way our country is today, with that kind of leadership we got, if we put this man back in for 6 more years, our country will improve. If that way you're thinking, you'll go ahead and do it. You'll go ahead and do it. If the Liberian people have not learned as of yet, and we still want to do the way we still want to live, the way we want to live, we still want to carry on the way we want to carry on. I'm trying to check these lights out, people. Please bear with me, because Sam, I see you back. Hold on 1 minute, my people. Let me just get to a good. Let me bring Mr. Sam and we'll come back. Because we can't continue on this. The people are trying to get you, Sam.
The phone.
They're trying to get you, brother. They're trying to get you, brother.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, it just went off.
Well, I won't make you scared, Sam. But anyway.
You were talking about this bad road, man. This government officials going by way of Cote d'Ivoire.
Sam,
it's so shameful.
I tell you, ignorant and dumb people continuing to lead our country. It's not going to help us. It's not going to help us. Are you willing to die for Liberia? Because the way our country is going, if we don't wake up, our country will die.
Mm-hmm.
People will die with it. Because there's no way we can survive under this kind of situation we're living in. There's no way, man. You know? No matter how we try, son, it can't work. It can't work. Because the leadership is too dumb. You know, if George Weah didn't have vision, and not only George Weah, the Sam Twe, all the people in the government who are supposed to have degrees and supposed to be visionaries, they are dumb. No other guys on a Weah. The greed has blinded them so much that their education can't help them. You know, there's a difference when you have education and you don't know something. And there's a difference when you have education, but you are blinded because of your own personal faults, your own personal attributes. And that's greed, Sam. That's greed. Greed has killed our country time and time again. People think they can come in and use and that's the problem with having these ignorant leaders. We get all these ignorant leaders leading us. People come to Liberia, they feel that they can fool these people and make quick money and leave our country. And in the end, we are left stuck and handicapped because everybody come take our money and leave. Take the wealth of our nation and leave. You know, do what they gotta do and leave. And leave us with nothing. But who suffer the most? The poor Liberian people. The poor Liberian masses. They are the people who are suffering. But what is the irony is, these are the same people that vote the people in power.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we the people abroad who care about the situation in our country, we are caught between a rock and a hard place. We are just like the white people now. We don't know what to do because everybody's crying, oh, the government corrupt, the government stealing, the government ignorant, the country bad, the country dirty, the country nasty, no hospital, no health care, the roads are bad, everybody crying. But then the people voting, the same people back into power. The same thing with the American people. They telling all your government this and that, this and that. Then they're doing it, giving the people all the money that people need. So we are just in a deceptive world. Everything is deceitful. Our foreign friends deceitful, our government leaders deceitful, the Liberian people deceitful. So what do you use? Is my show any good to the Liberian people? This show I'm doing, saying, is it any good? Because I try to educate my people, to tell my people, for us to change our country, we, the Liberian people, must take control of our country. We must have some ideas of what leadership is all about, what governance is all about, what we want for our country as a people. What do you want for Liberia? Do you want a better Liberia? What do you want in Liberia? What do you want? You got to tell us what you want for our country. What you want as a Liberian. When you can tell us that, then we'll move to the next direction. But we have to know what you want. You know? And these are the problems people like our country face, you know. Time and time again, we got to deal with the issues confronting our nation. And let me just get this thing correct. We got to deal with the issues confronting our nation. How do we deal with them? How do we deal with them, Sam, when we're caught between a rock and a hard place? When we see what's wrong, but our people have their own ideas of what they want to do. You know, when our people saying, we don't care what happens, we'll follow our tribal leader, we'll follow our cousin, we'll follow our brother, we don't care what happened to the country. That's a problem. How can we fix that? It looks like Sam is stuck again. He's in this. How can we fix that? You know, and this is the problem us educated people are facing. We're trying to help our country. It's hard. It's hard because our own people look at us as the enemies. And sometimes they are right. Sometimes they are right. Because we go home with the mentality that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is a king. And you can't go home with that mentality if you want to help the people. You can't go home with that mentality if you know that the leadership direction of our country is not in the best interest of the Liberian people. You can't go home with that kind of mentality. That does not fare well for us in any way. Not any way. Because we tie with kings. We tie with masters. We tie with lords. We tie with vassals. We need patriots. We need patriots. Are you a patriot? Do you know what patriotism is? Are you willing to die for Liberia? Those are the questions we ask patriots. Because if you understand what patriotism is and mean, you will know that whenever you do things in the name of a Liberia, of the Liberian people, you'll be cautious. You'll be mindful that you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for all of us. And you see that the concept all of us got to get as Liberians. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for all of us. And when we're doing it for all of us, we got to be cautious, mindful, and serious in what we do. Because our lives and livelihood depend on it. When you're doing things for all of us, you can't be selfish. You can't be mean. You can't be greedy. You can't be a liar. You can't be deceitful. When you're doing things for all of us, you got to be fair and straight down the line so that we see it and we respect you for who you are and we honor you for being a patriot. But as our country is today, my people, everybody go there to steal. Everybody go there to steal. So our population has the expectation that when anybody become government official, they go there to steal, that they're time to eat. And that's not what everybody is for. That's not everybody is for. I left Liberia when I was in my 20s. Why? Because I couldn't participate in the corruption. I couldn't steal from my people, you know. Taking a little gas slip here, one gas slip here, and using their per diem here and there. That's small thing. But when you start stealing hundreds of $1,000 from the Liberian people, going to the millions, want buy cars and expensive things, that's beyond patriotism. That's beyond anything good for our nation. Patriots protect our nation. Like our cars. A patriot, you won't see our cars driven well. You won't see the people who drive them take care of them well. You want to make people responsible to ensure that if people damage our cars, people will be responsible for them. That's patriotism. That's patriotism. You stand on foundations of truth, of loyalty, of dignity, of passion. You stand on the foundation to make sure that whatever our country and people buys is secure, is managed well, is lasting. We don't want to waste things. When all of our growing up, people say, oh man, that government stuff, let do what we want to do. But when you grow up and you get older and you understand what it means to be a patriot, what it means to build your country, what it means to lead your people in the right way, your ideals change. Your ideals change. Now, right now, yes, I want to make my people's lives better. I want to help my Liberian people move in the right direction, but I will not leave the United States of America to come to Liberia if there is not a good and viable government that will work with me to change my country. I'm not coming home. Why coming home for? Everybody there rogues. I left Liberia because of that. I didn't want to steal. If I wanted to steal, I'd be in Liberia with Benana Yue and Charles Taylor them. And Ellen Joseph said, I'd be a damn rogue because those are the rogues. I'd be with them. You never saw me with them. I condemned them because they're not the right people for my country. That's not why they killed my pa. When you kill my pa, you better have a good reason for killing my pa. You say it's a revolution, then you damn well better start a revolution. We damn well better get on the right path to a revolution. But this bullshit I see going on in my country ain't no damn revolution. And until we start a revolution, I ain't coming home because y'all killed my pa. Y'all made me suffer, and I cannot suffer for nothing. If my pa let y'all kill him, that's his business. But I cannot suffer for nothing. I cannot suffer in vain. I will not suffer in vain. So if y'all can't get your shit together for us to build this nation we call Liberia, you're on your own. I will just sit here and talk, and then I die. Maybe the next generation of Liberians will see my video and say, hey, this brother was talking something and nobody was listening. Okay? But nobody coming home when we want to build our country and we got nothing but rogues and vandals and useless people leading our nation. So this is a challenge to my Liberian people. Are you patriots? Are you loyalists? Do you know what that means? Can you and will you die for Liberia? Those are the questions. When you answer those questions and demonstrate them through your actions, then I know my people are ready for me to come home. But as it is right now, what am I coming home for? I'm suffering. I ain't coming to home to steal. I'm not been in a year. I'm not Charles Taylor. I'm not Cyril Allen. I'm not a damn rogue. I ain't coming home. I ain't sending you. I ain't all the people in Liberia stealing from the Liberian people. I ain't coming home. No, let them steal. You'll steal it all, you know. But the future will judge you. All of your damn rogues in my country, the future will judge you. You know, you never grew up. You're immature from the start, and you're still damn immature because only immature people act like that. You know, steal from our country. You see shit and dirt all over you. You don't clean it. You just drive in it and hold your nose up like you're sucking a queen. Then you come to America. You want to be shaking your hands and how sure are you clean? You're not clean. You live in a nasty country. You're government official. The country is nasty. You come into America, then you expect for me to treat you different? How would I treat you different? Why would I treat you different? I can't. I can't. And whether we want to hear it or not, I will say it. We can't. Because this is not a way of living. This is not a way that patriots treat our country. This is not a way that people who love our nation demonstrate their love for our people. It's not it. And I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. You know? So it's up to us. We can decide to change our country, or we can decide to just let it work itself out and see how long it takes us. But I ain't gonna wait. You know, every day I sit down and look at my life. I said, man, as a Liberian, I've lost. I've lost everything from my adolescence until now. Our country has been in turmoil. Our country has been unstable. People have been robbing our nation. We still got people robbing our nation. Nothing but ignoramuses have been leading us. And we talk about tribe and tribe and tribe, my tribe, my tribe, my tribe. Which has nothing but ignoramuses. Running around, we're singing tribal songs and all kind of stupid shit. Look at our people. I mean, I get so tired of seeing Liberian people now because every time you see them, muya, muya, yeah, muya, yeah. I mean, what all that shit about? Ain't taking us nowhere. Huh? What all that muya, yeah, all that shit ain't carrying our shit where? But yet, every time you see that Liberian people, they're doing some dance or some yelling like monkeys and baboons and shit. You know, that's what the white man say with baboons and monkeys because I always do yell and sing songs and dance. That's our only means of expressing our grievances. Instead of going after the people that are making us suffer, we go and dance and sing songs and yalla yalla bala bala. Let me bring my correspondent back home. You woke up, Sam? You were sleeping? You want to sleep?
I'm here. I don't know what's going on. If they are shifting, but I'm here.
Yeah, man. I tell you, that's disgusting in our people, man. You see people that cry every day, corruption, bad governance, stealing, are the same people that vote the same damn rogues back into power. Why? Because they're all related. It's all relative shit, Sam. It's all who you know shit. And that's how we've been running our country for the... Sometimes, you know, leadership is funny, Sam. Leadership is funny. Because I can remember even in Rhode Island here. That's why you need to get involved with your community leadership. You learn. You learn about your people. You learn about the people you'll be dealing with in life. Right now, most of the Liberians in leadership right now, I've dealt with them. I dealt with some of them. So I know them. Because I've been in leadership for long. I read people's writings. I communicate with them. So I know them too. I know how they think. I'm a psychologist. That's my job in the army too. I learned to disturb people, disrupt people. That was my job. Espionage. So I know what people do. I know what people do. And that what you got to serve in your community organization. The more you serve in your community organization, the more you will learn about Liberian people. Yes, there will sometimes you get hurt. Some shit will get on you. Our people full of shit. I would say raw and just raw. Liberian people are full of shit. Anytime you work with them, you will get shit on you. Because we're full of shit. So if you think you will work with Liberian people and have it lottie-dottie and good and well, it will not happen. You will get shit on you because we're full of shit. They will lie on you. They will deceive you. They will betray you. They will do everything to you. And if you survive it, you'll be a man or woman of leadership. You don't have to be a part of it. All the shit they done to me, I'm not a part of it. But I know them. I know what they do. I'm not a part of it because I'm educated. I went to school. I learned about corruption. I learned about stealing. I learned about dishonesty. I learned about deception and lies. I'm a military man. My job was to deceive people too, was to mislead people in the best interest of my country. So I know about deception. I know about lies. And we can't dwell on that as a people, as a way of life. No. I told you I learned it in the military to deceive other people, not my own people. Because those things, that what people get trained. You get trained in different areas to do different things for the need of the country. You see? And in the military, that's where you learn about patriotism and loyalty because everything is done for the needs of the military, for the needs of the country. And when you understand that thing, there is nothing that will limit you from doing things for the need of the country. And you understand the difference of working for your country and working against your country. They're two different things. You can work for your country, you can also work against your country. So these are the things I want to bring to my people's knowledge so that we understand what patriotism really means, because we can never be as great as America if we don't understand what patriotism means. Because it takes all Americans to bring America to this greatness. Not one person. All American people, majority, not all American, because Donald Trump is a traitor. Right now we see that there are some Americans who want to betray this democracy and take us to communism and make themselves autocrats. So everybody, that's the same with greed. That's the same with greed. Donald Trump is dumb. He's not talented. He's not educated. He deceived people. Donald Trump don't even know how to make money. It's all deception. And having people around you to cover your tracks. Look how he led our presidency. Look at all the shit he did. And people still trying to cover his tracks. Now, all he did, the way he lived all his life. People trying to cover his tracks. So even in this great democracy, we got people who want to hurt us, who want to destroy this country because of greed, because of self-aggrandizement. They want to raise themselves up to places they never were before. So they will use their influence, their power, their affluence to do things to hurt the nation. You see? Now, all these things that go on in our country today is a stain on America. We suffer the same thing in Liberia, but it's just that our people are so ignorant. To them, it doesn't matter. You see? That's ignorance. In America, it's different. Majority of Americans believe in democracy, or else Donald Trump will still be in charge. Majority of Americans came out to vote because they did not like what this man was doing. It was not what we were used to. Yeah, there's problem in America. Racism, prejudice, privileges, all of that in America. But there's a point where Americans come together and say to hell with all this racism, prejudice, and all this. We set it aside for the good of the nation. You hear that? For the good of the nation. And this is what Liberian people got to understand. All our tribalism, all our differences, when it comes to Liberia, we set everything aside for the good of the nation. And not only set it aside, we punish people for the good. Look at Donald Trump. That's another example. He just got a third indictment yesterday.
Mhm.
Do you guys implement Donald Trump? That shit Donald Trump did last year, try to overthrow our government. Sam, many people in the world believe that a coup could never happen in America. Many people believe it.
Mhm.
We thought, oh, it could never happen in America. And we sat down with our own eyes and saw this man almost overthrew the government of the United States of America. We were watching it live as this man was trying to dethrone an elected president of the United States of America. If Mike Pence had done what Donald Trump wanted him to do, our country would be at war. America would be at war today. We'll have a civil war. And they say America can't have civil war, we're going to have a civil war. And it's still possible we may have a civil war because Donald Trump not giving up. He knows he got supporters behind him that are just as blind as he is. And he's not give up. So we'll see what all this thing will lead us. It might lead us to violence. I'm watching it. I'm a political scientist. We're doing what we got to do. That's the law. Donald Trump violated the law.
Mhm.
But he's a powerful man. So we'll see. This is the whole power play. This is power play, Sam. And we are watching it live as it unfolds before us. Because this case not over yet. Donald Trump got 3 indictments. Will he go through with these 3 indictments? Will they put him in jail? Can they put him in jail? That's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see. Even the government, Biden, and careful how they walk with Trump. They're careful because the society in this country made that man a giant. Sam, when you look at all the movies, every movie you watch, they talk about Donald Trump when it comes to wealth. Oh, are you like Donald Trump? And Donald Trump, not that way, but everybody thinks he's wealthy. And everybody in the movies in America. So this whole society was brainwashed that Donald Trump is the most wealthy man or one of the most wealthy men in America. He is. He is. But they publicize him so much. Now he's a giant, man. He's a giant. You can't just shake Donald Trump like that. So we'll see what all of this, but he got to be disciplined for what he did. What he did was against the law. And we are a nation of law. So despite the fact that he got all his gangbangers with him, the law got to prevail. We got to go with the law. So come what may, whether there may be violence or not, this man is guilty. We'll see what this case is going through. This is a case of power. A man with money being charged by the people. So we'll see where it goes. Whether the people
No man is above the law. So let's see.
We shall see that. We shall see whether one man can stay in this country and about a coup that nearly happened. Unbelievable. Now, Donald Trump is great, man. That kind of coordination to be calling the governors and tell the governors, I want to vote. I want this number of votes finally. And you see, that's a man of power.
You're a dictator.
Well, we'll see when he take over this country, if he takes over this country. If we can't find good leaders to replace Biden, because
But this kid will embarrass his chance of running.
who? You
Trump.
sure? I'm talking about violence. You're talking about bad. People don't care. Trump supporters don't care. That's why we lead to violence, because they will say, "Oh, you're treating the man unfairly." You see, he already crying, wish hunt, wish hunt. What do you think he's doing that for? He rallying his people. People will come to his aid. Donald Trump, despite his ways, he has helped a lot of people in America too. He give her a lot of money. So, people feel loyalty. So that's where we stand. We shall see. Some of hours almost up. So, you see us just prolonging the time. Nothing much happened today.
Nothing much happening here today. Tomorrow is the launch of a campaign nationwide, and we want to cover this. The opening, the launching of the campaign. It will be in town at next office. So for this day, nothing happening much. Everybody, for most government offices are partly closed. Everybody going in the field. Everybody going in the villages for campaign purposes. So the entire government is paralyzed.
You stay safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got any closing remarks to make before you get out?
Just call for prayer so the campaign be peaceful. The process will be peaceful. There'll be no violence. That's what we are praying for now.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah. Okay then.
I've been playing with all my little gadgets here. Maybe when I come back next week, I have all my cameras set up.
Or brand new stuff, yeah.
I got 3 cameras I'm working with, so I got to set them up good so I can move in between them. But anyway, TWT, time will tell. Take
Have
care.
a nice weekend.
I see you
Have a
next
nice weekend.
You
Yeah.
too. Okay, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my show for the day. Every good thing got to come to an end. And mine is getting ready to come to an end. Let me just test the camera some more. I like the way that move. Oh, yes. So when we get all these things together right, we should be able to hit you with the vibe that will get you going. Okay? So stay tuned. The Lucky S Communication. Attorney Commander Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. I see you later. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. My people in Liberia, y'all got to get your act together. You ain't get your act together, we're going to be ruled by ignoramuses, baboons, monkeys, jungle boogies, and the zogus forever. I see you. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. I talk to you on Monday. Don't do what I wouldn't want you to do, my people. Take heed, take heed, take heed, take heed. Let me find a moment. Yes, bye-bye.